I get so excited to see you. I really do. It's one of the most important things that I do each and every week is record this live. I had an incredibly long and exhausting weekend. EPX Worldwide is an awesome organization. I just got back from the desert. I took my daughter, I took my wife, and we had an absolute blast in the desert, just outside of Barstow. We call it Barstow Heights. My buddy Paul has a couple hundred acres out there, and about 65 entrepreneurs were off making a little camp and having some fun and just doing some off the wall, over the top things that you wouldn't normally do out in the desert. And it was an absolute blast. It was really cool actually to see my daughter and her eyes. We did a 50 or 60, however many people there were. I think there were 55 of us, 60 of us. We did a long table dinner, all white, fully catered, out underneath the stars at sunset. Just absolutely spectacular. I'll post the video once it comes up just to share a little bit more around what EPX Worldwide is all about. There's a couple of organizations that I participate in: EO, Entrepreneurs Organization here in Las Vegas, and EPX Worldwide, for connection, for camaraderie, for inspiration. These are absolutely phenomenal. Jules, I don't know. It was far from a reset. I am exhausted, and I load in EDC this weekend. So let's just get to the updates. We'll keep it on top. And it is absolutely fantastic. One of my facets, one of my pillars, if you will, to get out into nature, to connect with nature. And I certainly did that. There is so much greenery, so much grass, and so much happening out there in the desert. They've just gotten so much water between Las Vegas and Southern California, and that's where Barstow is. If you're not familiar, there's grass where there was usually dirt and sand. It was really absolutely phenomenal. So inventory updates. This is a fun one. We are fully and completely in stock. I have 60 plus sound lounges in the warehouse. We have 29, I believe, practitioners in the warehouse. I have plenty of black meditation cushions. We're down to 78 beige meditation cushions, but obviously that's still more than enough in stock to handle the next couple of months until the next shipment gets in. So I think we're on cruise control for a little bit. We'll see. I'm always a little hesitant to say that because we've been selling just about a sound lounge or a practitioner every single day. And that looks like it's going to continue. So super grateful for the growth, for the expansion, for all of our new influencers and affiliates that are starting to work with us. There's an awful lot that is happening, and it's all very, very powerful. So as I mentioned, I'm back from EPX Global in a few days out in the desert. I'm gearing up for EDC. If you're not familiar with Electric Daisy Carnival, it's 180,000 people, 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is the largest party on the planet. And that's not really where I would bring the tech in a normal world. However, one of my dear friends works for Insomniac, the group that puts it together. She runs all of the decor for the artist lounge. So if you could imagine 180,000 people, I think there's something like 30 sound stages. So every night there's probably 100 to 200 artists that are there to perform and participate. Well, they all have their own separate camp. And that's where we're bringing our technology. Actually, we are part of the wellness tent for the artists in the artist lounge. And there's food purveyors, there's music and ambiance, there's an open bar. All of the artists obviously get to bring guests. They each have their own Star Wagon. I will be posting on our Instagram account, maybe up on TikTok as well, a couple short reels just kind of showing you what we're building, what we're doing, what's happening there. It's always over the top with pyrotechnics and fireworks and LEDs and lights and costumes. And it's always a really awesome time. And of course, we get to heal the healers. We get to serve the artists. A lot of people, I talked about this last year, I'm going to talk about it again. A lot of people think it's glamorous being an international DJ, and in a lot of ways it is. However, it's also exhausting, absolutely exhausting. So our technology is always very busy to help rejuvenate, to help restore. Obviously, these are folks that are dealing with 100,000, 200, 300, 400,000 watt sound systems. You feel every ounce of that. And that yet with the Sound Lounge, we can reverberate and we can help to restore and bring to balance everything that happens within their body and certainly within their nervous system. Walking through EDC, I've said this every year. Walking through EDC is absolutely an assault on your nervous system. Earplugs are in, it's loud, there's competing sound stages all over the place. It is a hectic, intense environment. And I love watching people come up the stairs into the artist lounge, which is its own section and area away from it all. And I love people coming up, walking straight to our booth, either getting a massage or hopping on the sound lounge or hopping on one of our meditation cushions as well. So we'll have 2 sound lounges, 2 meditation cushions. It's a difficult weekend. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be live a little bit early, and we'll be talking about what it's like to work from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. 3 nights in a row. Not quite cut out for it anymore, but it is something that I rest up for during the day, and it is something that I really do enjoy. It's a fun event. We're always very well received, and most importantly, that impact that we get to have, really, really powerful. The next event that we have coming up is the Radiance Festival, which is coming up at Area 15 on June 17th. If you're thinking about coming into town, I highly recommend it. Area 15, for those of you that don't know, my wife has actually been part of the build team. She's been she's employee number 8. They're up over 400 at this point. So she runs Wild Muse, which is a store that's right in the middle of Area 15. It's a 200,000 square foot art, retail, and entertainment complex, cutting edge of some cool shit that they've got going on. This is going to be all over A lot, which is the back and the outside, as well as in the portal and the wall, which is a smaller room off to the side. What's really cool about the portal and the wall is the Vibroacoustics and the sound system that's included within it. And one of the reasons why I'm stoked to be talking and speaking in the wall is they have vibroacoustic flooring. So we're going to be having a ton of fun, not just with the info that I'm going to share, which will be on the science of mindfulness and some updates that I've made to that talk over the last couple of months, but also a live guided music meditation. So working with Anthony on a custom soundtrack, going to put together a little bit about what happens when you're into that meditative state. That's obviously the science of mindfulness aspect to it. And then we're going to guide everybody in about a 20 to 30 minute music meditation using that incredible sound system, using the vibroacoustic flooring. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to guide everybody into a nice deep meditative state. We'll hit that theta brainwave state, hang out for a little while, and then come out, be rejuvenated, ready to rock and roll. My talk is at 6 p.m. There's kind of 2 sections to the Radiance Festival. There's a morning section from 8 to 12 where we'll have sound lounges set up in the back and we'll be running demos. Then we break from 1 to 5 and then we all come back. And I'm going to be the last talk right before kind of the evening goes, which is just pole position and just the right spot for me. So a live guided music meditation. We'll of course record it. We will of course put it out over live, I'm sure. Not sure exactly where that will be put out, but we'll of course record it. And we'll, of course, put it out as well. So Radiance Festival is coming up on Saturday, June 17th. At this point, it's about a month away. And if you want to come into town, I absolutely recommend that you do that. And Jules, we love the beige meditation cushion as well. Area 15, that's right. Elsie, maybe Elsie's coming into town for EDC. We'll see. So we got some good stuff going on. Let's see what else. inHarmony, Music Meditations app. I started to talk about BrainTap and moving of our music from our app to their app. That move is now complete. All of the BrainTap tracks have been removed from our app. They are located now exclusively in the BrainTap app. Those tracks were really designed and made to work in conjunction with BrainTap. So last week, if you bought a BrainTap or a Cocoon product from us, you got an email from me that talked about the transition, why it was happening, and of course, how you can maintain access moving forward. And now we've removed those tracks. If you have questions about this, feel free to reach out. Leave a comment here, send us a direct message, send us an email, give me a phone call. Many of you have my cell phone number, and we can talk about what that looks like. If you're using it in clinic, we can talk about how you can continue using it in clinic and how we can help you. We want this transition to be as smooth as possible, as easy as possible. Those tracks were really focused on and for the BrainTap headset. What a lot of folks didn't know is that all of those tracks actually exist in inHarmony original music as well. So if you're looking for 639, search for 639 in the top search bar, and you will find inHarmony original music with that same track. You'll actually find that it's clearer, louder, and reverberates the sound lounge that much better. So take a look at what's going on there. The Slumber reviews are in, and it is awesome. I highly recommend the 40-minute version of Slumber used to help induce sleep and help you with sleep. If you, like so many folks, or if you are one of the so many folks that purchased your Sound Lounge or inHarmony tech to help with sleep, this track is made specifically for you, and it is a knockout, pun intended. So I highly recommend you check that out. And then be on the lookout this week in the Telegram app. We will announce it when it's live. We have a 1.5 hour, an hour and a half track release coming out from Cloudpeople. If you're not familiar with Cloudpeople, they are the duo of Anthony Weiss, aka Home, and his brother Brent Weiss, who are absolutely spectacular. Brent is the one who created Releasing Anger. Anthony is obviously our director of content creation and has created so many of the tracks that you find in our app. We're also making some changes to the categories and the way that those are listed to jump to the top. All of our solfeggio frequency tracks, all of our frequency tracks, that's 30 hertz, 40 hertz, 50 hertz, 60 hertz, those tracks, the chakras, and of course our journey of life are all going to be moved to the top of the categories list. So that will happen over the next couple days. We have new podcasts that are up on our website. At this point, I'm still recording 3 to 5 podcasts per week. It is amazing to watch the content continue to grow, to ask the questions in different ways. And it pulls a little bit of a different answer out of me each time. So a ton of amazing content. My name is now highly searchable inside Apple Podcasts. You will find me on probably 30 or 40 podcasts that have been released, and we are going to keep on going. We also just started to get back all of the content that we shot. Remember, 2-3 weeks ago, I shot 53 short form videos. Those videos are edited. They're getting ready to be uploaded. In fact, already the first few have uploaded onto, get this, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Facebook Reels, and Instagram Reels. There is a ton that is about to start being released from a content perspective. All of this content is highly, highly, highly shareable. So feel free to use it. Feel free to repurpose it. Feel free to comment. Feel free to like. Feel free to share. All of this, please, please, please. Yes, Angela, it was great speaking with you, and the podcast is awesome. Elsie, yes, 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 get it, let's go. And then, of course, Jules, I love that you love our podcast, and I greatly appreciate the message that we're sharing is an important one. Recorded one with Michael Ryan and Christopher this morning. That's going to be going out to a whole new audience that we haven't touched yet. So what I really love about recording other people's podcasts is that I get to touch an entire audience with what we're doing, with our message, with our impact, with our mission, with our vision, and with what we're doing, just like each and every one of you get to do in your local homes, especially if you're, or your local communities, if you're one of our affiliates and you've got a business and you're using our tech out there in the public. So as usual, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You could drop a comment here and I go back and I respond to those comments. You can send us a direct message right on the bottom of our website. You'll find our phone number. You'll find our address. If you want to write us some snail mail, you can. And of course, our email address, support@IamInHarmony.com. I hope you have a spectacular day. Bye-bye.